Is it anything like the timeless, never-ending series of waves hitting the beach? Is it anything like the beauty we find in perfect faces? When hearing the words timeless beauty, many people might think of icons like Marilyn Monroe, Audrey Hepburn, or Grace Kelly. Their looks define decades, no doubt, but I think truly timeless beauty goes beyond classic makeup trends. Ralph Waldo Emerson said, "Beauty without expression is boring." So I'm venturing back to one of the earliest beauty icons ever, Aphrodite, the Greek goddess of beauty and love. One of her origin stories is that she was born and risen from sea foam. So this look is inspired by that and the timeless beauty of nature in general. If beauty is in the eye of the beholder, who says timeless beauty can't be avant-garde?
Bet you guys didn't think I could get so serious, huh? Well, that's enough of that. Let's go have a beach party. I started with NYX HD Studio Photogenic Foundation in Natural Beige because I had a fake tan going on for this one, and I'm applying it with a number 7 brush. Then let's get some eyebrows on her face. I'm using NYX's Tinted Brow Mascara in Brunette to define the hair in the inner or front part of the brow. If you have naturally dark brows, try using NYX's Control Freak Eyebrow Gel to just brush your hairs neatly upward and slightly towards the outer edge of the face. Then, since we might be swimming with the fishes, in the good way of course, I'm using NYX's Waterproof Eyebrow Gel in Blonde on a small angled brush to completely define the tail end of my brow, keeping it light to match my hair. Onto the eyes. I am first priming them with NYX's eyeshadow base because this will keep our eyeshadow on longer, prevent creasing, and give us more vibrant true colors from our eyeshadow. You can place this all over the lid and a little under the eye gently with your fingers. Now another way to get an extra vibrant shadow application is to start with pure opaque white underneath, which is why I'm using a NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk to cover the whole lid and really give us that light foundation to build upon. Then I'm using NYX's Baked Shadow in White Noise to set the jumbo pencil and to soften the color into the crease. I'm using a number 12 brush to do this. I want to give the eye some depth, so using a NYX shadow called the Chaser, I'm applying that with a number 14 brush right into the shadowed area of my inner eye. Not on the lid, but sweeping it from down by the tear duct, up to the front of the brow, and then slightly over to about halfway in the crease. I'm laying down the color first and then blending it out second with a number 9 brush. The angle of the number 9 brush is perfect for blending in the crease area of the eye. Using NYX's Baked Shadow in Euphoria and the same number 9 brush, I'm then lightly sweeping that color over where we just applied the matte brown shadow and a little past that into the crease and the brow bone area to further blend it out. Now for some drama! I'm taking NYX's Roll-On Shimmer in Nude Diaphane and rolling that right into the lid for some insane sparkle action. Blend out that very top edge using a number 16 brush. We're keeping the eyes in mostly gold tones since the rest of the face is going to get pretty colorful later, but I'm also going to add a touch of silver in the inner corners using NYX's Platinum Roll-On Shimmer. Putting something light in the inner corner gives the illusion of really opening up the eye. Blend that edge out as well until it looks a little something like this. Now you might be used to black liner, but to keep in the beach color scheme of tan, white, and teal, I'm using NYX's White Liquid Liner to create an enlarged dramatic eye. I'm drawing a regular cat eye on the outer corner and also drawing an opposite mini cat eye on the inner corner by taking the line down from the tear duct and then dragging it over to the lower lashes. This is yet another way to make the eye appear open and big. For the mascara, I'm using NYX's Skinny Mascara, which is teeny tiny and great for getting close to the lash line without getting unwanted smudging on the lid, making this especially useful since we have on white liner and we're not aiming for a Dalmatian look. Woof. No goddess ever went without falsies. Fact. I'm applying a small amount of lash glue to NYX's Scandal lashes and then squeezing them gently to sit as closely on top of my lash line as possible. Then I went to quickly use NYX's 2-timer eyeliner to connect my tear duct to my falsies for a seamless line, but this fly wasn't having it. Fly, could you not? Eventually the fly won and I let it land right on my face. Okay, that's actually a lie, I didn't even realize it was there. Anyway, on to the avant-garde. I'm using NYX's gelled liner and smudger in the color teal for this, but if you don't have that, you can actually mix together NYX's Pistachio Macaron Lippy with their Wicked Lippy in Scandalous. They end up making almost the same exact color and have very similar consistencies. I'm using a number 13 NYX brush to apply this around the perimeter of the forehead, about an inch or two thick, and then down the sides of the face until I get to the cheekbones. Then I'm going to pull in towards the center of the face as though I'm doing normal contouring. To blend out and spread the color, I'm taking a makeup blender, wetting it with water, and then squeezing it out so that it's left damp. Then I firmly press right along the edge of where I currently have the teal, and then press lighter as I start to pull away from that edge towards the center of my face. This will give you a nice even gradient. Do this along the entire edge of the color. I decided to add a little more teal under and around the jawline, repeating the same steps that we did for the top half of the face. And don't worry, my gore lovers, this challenge may be called Timeless Beauty, but we're still going to employ an SFX technique right here, right now. We're gonna need something that looks like it's straight out of the sea. A sponge. This one is made specifically for special effects, and I usually use it to make quick bruise textures, but in this case we want to use it to create seafoam textures. I'm dipping my sponge in the green concealer from the NYX Color Correcting Concealer Palette and dabbing it onto the teal base to start breaking up that color. I'm using photos like these of seafoam and ocean water for reference pictures, and the idea is to stipple it somewhat randomly so that it looks as though you're looking at a bird's eye view of the ocean waves meeting the beach. The beach being my slightly tanned skin. You got me? Okay, good. Now to make our seafoam brighter. Using the same white eyeshadow base from one of our first steps, dip your sponge in that and repeat the stippling process following your reference pictures. As mentioned previously, one of Aphrodite's birth stories is that she was risen from seafoam, which is the inspiration for this avant-garde interpretation. But I bet you didn't know that not only is NYX the brand of makeup I'm using right now, but NYX is also the name of the Greek goddess of night, making me and my makeup sisters. If you feel like your white is starting to get muddled, just take some more of the teal gel liner on your sponge and dab it randomly to break up the white again. Remember that for this you want to always dab the sponge straight onto the face and pull directly off of the face without swiping so you keep the texture as sharp as possible. Finally, for the seafoam, I'm taking the brightest white I can get, the same white liquid liner from before, and painting it onto the edges of our sponge so that we can transfer it onto our face. This extra bright white will just ensure that we have a little extra highlight in the most concentrated areas of the seafoam, so choose these spots wisely and don't overdo this step. Finish the avant-garde portion of this by using the Platinum Roll-On Shimmer right along the edges, pulling it towards the center of the face. When waves are rolling in and out on the beach, the glimmer of the sun on the water often gives the illusion of sparkles. So that is what we're mimicking with this step. Complete the look with a natural lip. I'm using NYX's lip liner in beige to line my lips and to fill them in. On top of that, I'm applying NYX's High Voltage Lipstick in Mirage. Seal the whole look off with NYX's Dewy Finish Setting Spray for that glowy beach skin. Makeup done. To complete the entire Aphrodite look, give yourself some purty loose beach curls. You can use the GHD curve for this or any medium to big curling iron of your choice. If you don't have an actual beach behind you to get the windswept effect through your curls, you can try something like Redken's Windblown 05 Dry Finishing Spray. Then for the costume, I made the headdress base out of wire and foam, and hot glued various Aphrodite type things found at a local craft store to the base. My necklace is from Lulu's, and the top is a crocheted top that I already had. I wore nude undergarment shorts from Target under the skirt because it was a bit see-through, and I made the skirt out of 3.5 yards of foamy-like fabric by pleating it, sewing it, pleating it again, and then sewing it all around a band of elastic. If you guys aren't too crafty with a sewing machine, don't be afraid to give this a go. I'm still very new to it myself. And even though I almost broke my sewing machine trying to figure it out, I am confident your skirt sewing escapade should go pretty swimmingly. See what I did there? Okay. Anyway, this video is for the first challenge of the NYX Face Awards. If you are a part of the zombie apocalypse, you can vote for me up to 3 times a day, per person, per email address from May 29th to June 5th at nyxfaceawards.com. Every vote counts to get us to the next round where only 20 semi-finalists will move on, so let other zombie friends and family know how they can vote too. More details on how to vote will be in the description box below, on my Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat if you need them. Hope to see you all at the next challenge. Love you, my little Greek goddesses.